Hi there, everybody. Welcome to Make It Happen Monday. My name is Kimberly Beer, and I am with Midnight Productions Incorporated and Kim Beer Seminars. I'm also an authorized local expert and solution provider with Constant Contact, and I am here this week to bring you one thing you can do this week to better market your business. Our topic for today is goals and objectives and planning. It is the perfect topic since we're sitting here in December, or you may be watching this somewhere down the line, but it's never too late to plan, by the way. But as I sit recording it, it is the 12th of December, and it definitely is time to be looking back at the previous year and looking forward at the upcoming year. Right now, this is what my wall looks like in my dining room. As you can tell, it's kind of jumbled and crazy and full of all kinds of information and things that I want to do for the various projects I have going on for the next year. And I'll tell you, it is a little bit overwhelming. So last night, when my housemate was walking through the dining room, I made the comment that this is what the inside of my brain looks like. And he said, scary place. Well, I tend to agree a little bit. It can be a very scary place. But to me, when I look up at this wall, I see all of the things that I want to get done for the next year. I see all the things that I want to make happen. So it's actually one of my favorite places to be in, because when I look at all of these things on the wall, I see all of the income and the opportunity that I have to grow my business. And because those ideas are now on my wall instead of in my head mucking up the works, so to speak, they can find air and soil and take root and breathe and grow and turn themselves into real living to-dos. And that is what makes things so wonderful about this time of year and why I like all of that strategic planning. Until about 7 years ago, I didn't put much stock in the process of goal setting. I really didn't even do it. Then around 7 years ago, I got very actively involved with a group of life coaches. And being one of those types that firmly believes that the more you know about your clients, the better you can be at your job of marketing, I started working with those coaches, just experiencing what it is that they did. And several of them had me work on my vision and goal setting. And it really did change my perspective once I saw that when you set goals and you talk about your vision, that you really can climb higher with the help of the coach. And life coaches are all very keen on goal setting. And if you've ever worked with a coach, regardless of what that coach was doing, whether it was life coaching or coaching for a sports team or coaching for physical fitness or any kind of coach, they're all really big on goal setting. And the reason why is that it works. As a coach friend of mine says, you can't get there unless you know where you're going. Kind of typical logic. So I'm not above the unplanned road trip with no destination in mind, but it's not the way that I like to run my business. Goals are very important because they help us have clarity. When we have clarity, the message we deliver out to the world becomes clearer, and like a beacon shining through the fog, our message then begins to attract the right customers. Business owners think that marketing success is all about getting their message seen, but that's really only about half the battle, or even less than half the battle. The real challenge comes in getting the message clear enough to become engaging to the person who sees it. So for our Make It Happen Monday today, I want you to think of 3 marketing goals you want to reach in 2017. Not overall goals, just marketing goals. What would, if you had all the success that you could imagine, what would 3 things come out of that success? What 3 things would that be? And just take 10 minutes. It doesn't need to be an all-day project. It can be 10 minutes at any point in time this week to come up with 3 marketing goals. You don't need to know how to accomplish the goals. You don't even need to know if they're realistic. Just get them out of your imagination and into tangible reality. One word about these goals, though, is you have to remember goals are a larger concept of what you want to accomplish, and they're always going to need a little refinement. But you also don't want to leave it so broad that you can't grasp what that refinement might be. For example, we all want to generate more revenue with our business. That's kind of a no-brainer, but we do need some more details. So write down the overarching idea and then an example of how that might work. So, for example, in my business, I want to expand my brand and increase my awareness around my photography. I really want to generate sales from my fine art photography in 2017. How am I going to do this? Those will be my objectives, but my goal is to generate more income and brand exposure for my fine art photography business. The roadmap of how I'm going to get there, that's something I'll come up with in the coming weeks. Make very specific to-dos around it and very specific objectives. Again, right now, 10 minutes, 3 things that you want to accomplish with your marketing, 3 overarching goals that you want to accomplish in 2017. Happy Monday, everyone. I hope you have a fantastic week. I'll see you next Monday. Until then, go out there and make it happen.